In today's video, I'm going to show you how to customize the S Pen sound, customize Air Command, as well as Air View. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to Tech with Brett, where I help tech work for you. So Samsung just barely released this new application called Pentastic that is a part of the Good Luck family. So to get this app, you do need to have a qualified phone and you need to be in a qualified country. I don't know what those are, so your mileage may vary. But here I have the Samsung Galaxy Note 20. All I did was go into the Galaxy Store, search for Pentastic, and there you can see I have Pentastic and I just installed that. Now, if you have an older Samsung phone, it may not be compatible. Also, if you live in a country that's not supported, it won't show up. So I'll do my best to leave an APK link in the description below, but no guarantees that it will work. All right, so all we need to do is install the application and then open it up here. So now let me show you some of the things that you can do with this. So there you can see I have my sound, my Air Command, and this was all customized within this application. So let's start with the top with the Air Command. So first we have default. So what this does is when you open Air Command, it pulls up the default. So this is what you have on your phone right now. Next, we have an option for compact. So compact, when we pop up Air Command, and if you don't know how to do that, you just hover over the screen and press the button right here. That will pop up Air Command. And so this one is a simplified version where you can hover over and see what the icons are, but it doesn't have the names. And it also pops up on whichever side of the screen you activate Air Command. So that's kind of cool that it has that, and then you can just select the different items. Next, we have line. So line just is a more simplified version. It's kind of the not dark mode version, I guess. And then when you hover over, you don't see any names of what things are called. And this one also will go to the other side of the screen, depending on which one you do. So next we have circle, and I think this one is one of my favorites. So when we pop this up, here it will show the 5 top items that you have in Air Command, but you can see the rest just by dragging and scrolling through. So then you can go through and see the back 5, and here are the top 5. And this one also does the side of the screen. So it doesn't show where you touch the Air Command, but it will just show on the certain side of screen. So that one looks really cool as well. And then last here we have retro. So this is totally like the Samsung Galaxy Note 4, where it pops up the Air Command and then here you see the different options. Now with this one, you only see the top 5 applications. You would have to go into the settings and sort those. So if I go into the settings here, and then I go to shortcuts, here I can organize my Air Command. So let's say I want view all notes to be up higher. I just click and drag, move it up higher. And then when I go back and then do Air Command, there you can see the view all notes move to there. So there's no way to scroll through there. It just opens up what's available. Now with retro, the cool thing about it is it opens up wherever you press the Air Command button. So you push the button here, it opens up there. Push it here, it opens up there. And then you just tap the screen and it goes away. Really cool looking. So those are the different styles that you currently have for Air Command. Next, let's talk about this pointer. So you can see that I have this massive Tech with Brett icon on here. Let me show you the other options. So first you have default. So you just tap on it, select use, and there you have the tiny little pointer. Here you have one called basic, and you'll notice here it gives me the option to adjust the size. So here is, I think, a live size of what that would be. So let's go ahead and put that in the middle. So now you have this little arrow, and when you're using this, let's go into notes here. So sometimes in the Samsung Notes app, it will show the pen icon, but then other times it will show the little arrow. And you can see that that point is kind of exactly where I'm gonna be drawing. So next, let's go to the heart shape. So again, I can adjust the size. Let's make it bigger here. So just kind of fun. And then next we have a few of the kids mode characters. So here you have the croc, you can increase the size there. Now with this one, when we use this, there you can see that it shows the picture and then it has a little arrow pointing to where you will actually be drawing. So it's just kind of a fun way to customize. So these are pretty much the same. You have Croco, Lisa, Cookie, Bobby, and then last here you have customize. So customize, you can do a few things here. First, you can select the image. So I just selected my image. And then here you can choose the size. So let's see, if we choose the size, you can see it right there. It live updated what that size is going to be. And then there you can see it's at the biggest. So I might want it at the smallest. Now you have this option to mark hover point. Now when that's not checked, let me increase the size here, you can see that my S Pen is in the very center of the image. When I check that box, now you can see it puts the little arrow there so that that is where I'm drawing, not right over the image. So if you had this on the smallest, let's uncheck it. And now we come back here, that's where you would be drawing. So that's kind of fun, but you might want to add the hover option there. Now let's go ahead and select a different image. So the image I chose was actually already a PNG. So here in my downloads, you can see here it has the black background. That means it's a PNG image. Let's go ahead and just choose this Iron Man image that I downloaded. And there you'll see that it has the white background and it just doesn't look very cool. So let me show you how you can create your own image super easily so that you don't have that problem. So the easiest thing to do is just go to Google and select images. And then here we're going to find an image that we want to use. So there's a few cool ones there, but I just want the helmet. So let's search helmet. All right, here is that image I found. So I'm gonna open it up as big as I can. And now is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pop up Air Command and you're gonna find the one that is Smart Select. So here I have Smart Select. It's kind of like that little crop image. So I'm gonna choose that. And now I'm going to choose this option where I can lasso around the image. So here we're just gonna do our best. You don't have to even get very close. We're just gonna lasso it like that. And now I'm gonna come down here and select Auto Select. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna line up right around the edge of the image. So that looks perfect. Now, if you need to adjust something at all, down here you can add or take away from the crop there. So I'm gonna select Done. And then now I'm going to select Download. And that downloads it as a PNG file. So we're gonna head back here to the custom pointer. We're gonna go into the settings, go to gallery, and right here under screenshots, now you can see I have this new image and you can see it is perfectly aligned, and let's make it bigger so you can see it. And there is no background. It did cause a problem where it shrunk it. That's because the image is not square. So if you can get a square PNG, that's going to work best. If you also just come in here and choose any image you want, let's say I choose this image, you can see that it kind of shrinks it down and squishes it a little bit. So a square PNG does work best. So let's do one more here, go into downloads. Let's see, I wanted to try this shield. All right, so we got Breath of the Wild shield there that we can use. So that looks great. I like the size. I'm gonna do the hover point and then I'm gonna select use. So that is the pointer. So next we have sounds. Now in order to use the sounds, you do need to have your ringtone turned up as well. So it has to at least be on. If it's on mute, it won't work. And then you can control the system volume. So the system volume will be how loud that sound is. So let's go ahead and select default here. You can hear the default. So just a little click. Next we have basic. So you can just touch the play and it will play the sound. So those are the character sounds. Let's put it in. So kind of the same sound back and forth. But then you have custom sounds. Oh, that was loud. So right now I have these set as lightsaber sounds. So when I remove it and when I insert it, let's select use, turn it down just a tiny bit. So here you go. So that's pretty cool. But let's say we want to change it. So here I can choose the sound, and then it's gonna pull open a list of all the sounds you have on your phone. It's not going to pull open a certain folder. It's just pretty much every sound it can find. So here I have Harry Potter that I could put there. So every time I pull it out, I read a chapter of Harry Potter. But if I go down here, you can see that I have quite a few sounds on my phone, and these are alphabetical. All right, so here I have a few that I want to use. Now I did test this. This will work with MP3s, waves, and FLAC files, probably even more. So I found some Breath of the Wild sounds here. So you can select the play right here to listen. I'm gonna go with this item sound for remove. And then I'm gonna go the insert sound. And then we'll just choose this sound and select use sounds. So now let's hear what that sounds like. I really like that as a remove sound. So that's really fun. I'll leave those links to those sounds in the description below as well. Now the last part here is the double tap shortcut. So if you didn't know this, there is this cool trick that you can use with the S Pen when you have it out, where when you're on any screen, you could be in an app or wherever, you hold down the S Pen button, tap the screen twice, and it pulls open the note. But with Pentastic, you can now customize it so it opens whatever app you want it to on your phone. So here you have the S Pen featured applications, but let's say I go down to the bottom and I want it to open YouTube whenever I do that. So now that YouTube is selected, I then go to my home screen here, hold down the button, tap twice, boom, it opens YouTube every time. So you can only have that be one application, but you can customize that now, which is really cool. I actually think I prefer it to pop open the note, but with the off-screen memo, being able to quickly pull out the S Pen and write a note, maybe you don't need to have that as much. So you could find one of your favorite applications on here. Let's say I want to go to the coloring because my kids love opening the coloring. So now instead of having to open Air Command and find it, all I need to do, hold down the button, tap, tap, and then it will jump right into the coloring application. And so that is how you use Good Lock Pentastic. If you have any further questions about that, please let me know in the comments below. And if you would like to see my other Note 20 videos, check out the videos over here on the side. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.